Hi everyone, my name is Dale Strong and welcome to Spinnaker Healthcare Solutions YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is designed to help program coordinators better understand, manipulate, and analyze their program's data. Today's video is going to be an introduction to Microsoft Excel's layout and functionality. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment on the video below or reach out to us via our contact info, which can be found by scanning this QR code here. All right, with that being said, we are going to hop into our video. So, when you open up Microsoft Excel, this looks pretty similar, depending on what update of Excel you have. It might look a little different, or if you're on a Mac or PC, but pretty much everything's going to have the same elements. We have this mock patient log that would look pretty similar to any kind of program. You know, if you're using a healthcare program such as stroke, cardiac, anything like that. You're going to have kind of your patient information, but for right now, we're just going to focus on what all Excel has to offer. So as you hop up here, we have 12 tabs: File, Home, Insert, Draw, etc. as you go through. And then in each of these tabs, you have a ribbon icon. And all these icons allow you to manipulate your data or change or do things on this Excel sheet. So as we go through, kind of File is going to be where you save, print, export, share the files. You can also find templates here, so that's a useful little tool. Then as we go to the home, you get into more of the kind of standard data manipulations. And when I say data, I mean anything that can be put in the cell. This could be text, dates, anything like that. So you can copy, paste, format from this tab. You also can manipulate kind of the text, so you can bold, italicize, etc. Then we'll get into a couple more things, and we'll have further videos to go into the details of this, but you can see you kind of get into some of the functionality of building functions, sorting, building tables, stuff like that. As you go to insert, you're going to have things like inserting charts, shapes, pictures, anything like that. When we go to draw, this allows you to kind of freehand draw, erase shapes, anything like that. You can also link this with any kind of smart device that you might have with your computer, whether that's a pencil or anything like that. Page layout is going to be where you kind of can identify either themes, coloring ideas that you have for your workbook. You can also manipulate the orientation. You can figure out if you want to have background. It also helps you change views. So you can add things like grid lines when you view or print, things like that. The formulas is going to be, and this is where Excel starts adding a lot of functionality that really helps you analyze your data. So we're going to go into more functions later, but this is kind of a good spot where you can start learning about some formulas. Our data tab, this is going to be more advanced, but this allows us to grab data from other data sources. It allows us to view things that you can pull in from the internet and things like that. There's also a couple cool tools that we'll go into in further videos over here. Our review, this is kind of your, before you end up printing, saving, or sending your work to anyone, you might want to check this out. You can do spell check. You can also look at statistics, which will show you kind of how many cells are used, things like that. You can also protect a worksheet if you don't want people to manipulate it, and allow editing ranges to kind of lock down the work so that it doesn't get ruined if you send it to someone else. Then we have our view, and this kind of goes back to how you want to view things. Developer, we're looking at, this is going to be a much more advanced aspect, but this allows you to kind of program things into this workbook that allow you to give it more functionality. Then your help is pretty self-explanatory. You can contact Microsoft, things like that. And then I have a customized thing where I have a power pivot, which I use pivot tables quite frequently, so I've added this. Some of your tabs might be different, but you can customize your tabs. And then the ribbons below it, same thing. As we progress down the Excel sheet, we are going to start seeing our formula bar, which will allow us to type in, and it shows what's in that cell. So as you can see here, I have my cursor clicked on this cell, and there for the patient ID is 1, and it reads 1. As you go over, it'll kind of read what you have in there. If there's a function in this, it will also read the function. And you can see here, the name box tells you what cell you have referenced. So right now it's C11. Then you have our worksheet. So this is where you do all your data entry, your data analysis, things like that. It's really, this is where all the work is done. And then as you progress down here, we're going to have, this is called a tab, And this refers to a worksheet. So what we have is we have one worksheet, and then the actual file itself is called a workbook, and you can actually add another sheet. So there's a new blank sheet, but together these would make up a workbook, similar to kind of a composition book. If you flip pages, that becomes a book versus just a sheet. So that is our first video. We hope that you enjoyed this, and we will be back with many more videos. Once again, if you want to reach out or comment, you can do so either below on the video or reach out to us. And feel free, please like and subscribe our channel, as we're going to be bringing a lot more content to you. Thanks.